ways, no better place to ride the rails than the Magic Kingdom. By the way, we're traveling on pure steam power. This old locomotive is descended from the mighty trains that powered the golden age of steam. And just like me, it's a little old-fashioned. Now, where else do you travel from the charm of Main Street USA, the undefeated jungles of Africa, Asia, and South America? Magic Kingdom. Anything is possible, and we're headed straight to the heart of Adventureland. It can get pretty wild in these parts, especially if you run into Captain Jack Sparrow. He's hiding out among those scurrilous pirates of the Caribbean. Whether you're boarding the coast with a jungle cruise or flying on the Aladdin's Master Hunt, I'll stay safe and sound right here aboard my train if you don't mind. This outpost is home to covered wagons, cowpokes, and country bears. And we've got our own mountain range of exciting adventures. You might catch a runaway mine train at Big Thunder Mountain, or hop on over to Splash Mountain and join Brer Rabbit for a 50-foot drop straight down into the briar patch. Frontierland Station, everyone. So sit tight until we come to a complete stop. If you're disembarking here, please carry your strollers all the way off the platform before you unfold them. That'll help make room for the new passengers.
There are folks, welcome to Frontierland Station. Once again, ask that you wait and open up your strollers until you get through the exit. Don't stay on board. Next stop will be Mickey's Toontown Fair, which is the closest stop for Fantasyland and Tomorrowland. Our next stop will be Mickey's Toontown Fair, which is also the closest stop for Fantasyland and Tomorrowland.
Howdy, folks. If you're just joining us, welcome aboard the Walt Disney World Railroad. We're headed for Mickey's Toontown Fair and all points beyond. Everybody stay seated and keep your hands and arms, feet and legs safely inside the train. And as always, keep an eye on your little ones.
Para su seguridad, permanezca sentado y mantenga las manos, brazos, pies y piernas dentro del tren. Y cuide a los pequeños. Gracias.
As we head into the American wilderness, we'll pass by the dusty desert town of Tumbleweed. And keep your eyes peeled for the runaway mine trains of Big Thunder Mountain Railroad. Runaway trains? I ask you, is that any way from the railroad? I feel right at home here in the prairies and forests of the American wilderness. These woods haven't changed much since the days when settlers started heading west. Nowadays, the rails can carry us safely through the wild, and a trip that used to take months can now be made in just a few weeks. Plenty of deer, antelope, and elk that feed along the banks of the river. And naturally, plenty of early settlers decided to put down stakes and live here too. Of course, those early settlers weren't the first to make their home in this wild frontier. These native tribes of Plains Indians were living, hunting, and trading for centuries before we ever came along. They were the first to tame the wild horses of the American plains, long before our big old iron horses started chugging through these parts. Greetings, folks, and we're coming to the outskirts of Fantasyland, a place where any dream can come true. Here you can fly with Peter Pan or take a spin in a teacup. Walt Disney always believed that no magic kingdom would ever be complete as long as there was imagination left in the world. With that spirit in mind, these folks are dreaming up a whole new Fantasyland. They're hard at work making future dreams come true. Someday soon, you'll be able to take a trip under the sea with the Little Mermaid, or be our guest for an enchanted feast inside the Beast's castle. For now, it sure is exciting to think about all the fun that lies ahead.
Okay, folks, just ask you please remain seated. We're just pausing here, holding until the next section of the track becomes clear.
Our next stop is Mickey's Toontown Fair, where Mickey, Minnie, Donald, Goofy, and the whole gang are having a real blue ribbon day. You can stop by Donald Duck's boat, or join Goofy for a rollicking flight on the Barnstormer. Mickey's Toontown Fair is also your stop if you're heading to Fantasyland or Tomorrowland. Now please wait until the train has come to a complete stop. Gather your belongings, and please carry your strollers away from the loading platform before you start on full.
There are folks, welcome to Mickey's Toontown Fair. Once again, this is the closest stop for Fantasyland and Tomorrowland. Those stand on board. Next stop will be the Main Street entrance, closest to transportation.
Road
is exiting the park.
Soon. If you're staying aboard, our next stop is Main Street Station.
All aboard.
For those of you who just joined us, welcome aboard the Walt Disney World Railroad. Our next stop is Main Street, USA. Now everyone stay seated and keep your hands and arms, feet and legs inside the train at all times. And please, keep an eye on your children.
Para su seguridad, permanezca sentado y mantenga las manos, brazos, pies y piernas dentro del tren. Y cuide a los pequeños. Gracias.
Some who say that this steam train is a little old-fashioned, but for me, it's the only way to travel. Of course, there are those who prefer to hit the highway, and on the right, you just might spot some pint-sized drivers taking their first spin behind the wheel of a car. Getting from place to place is a big deal in Tomorrowland, where you might board a people mover, zip around on the astral orbiter, or book a flight across the galaxy at our busy starport in Space Mountain. Tomorrowland is truly a world on the move. Yep, the future is here today at the Magic Kingdom. And the future looks like a lot of fun. After working on the railroad all the livelong day, it's nice to come home to good old Main Street, USA. Inspired by the small-town dreams of a young Walt Disney, a walk down Main Street is like stepping back into the early years of the 20th century. The automobile is just starting to replace the horse and buggy, and the new electric light bulb is the talk of the town. We've made a complete trip around the Magic Kingdom. For those of you who've been on board for the whole journey, thanks for putting up with me these past few days. If you're staying with us, we'll be headed for Frontierland next. Right now, please stay seated until our train comes to a complete stop. Then pick up your belongings and carefully step off the train. If you have strollers to unfold, please take them all the way beyond the platform so we can safely board passengers for the next leg of our journey. This is Main Street Station.
Once again, folks, please remain fully seated to get the all clear. There are folks.